Good morning, students. Hope all of you are doing well. Today, I'm going to start a new chapter, chapter 4, decimal fraction. So, in my last video, already I have discussed that previous chapter's review test question answer. So, today I will start a new chapter, decimal fraction. So already we got a few knowledge about what is fraction, means that proper, improper fraction, mixed fraction, how to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So here we will learn how we will do fraction in decimal. Okay. So let's see here. We know that the decimal number system, also known as base 10, or you can occasionally it is say denary system. So the decimal number system is also known as base 10. So see here it starts, because here the uses the 10 numerals. It starts from 0 to 9. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So in decimal number system, for writing and reading the values of various digit of a number, we use the place value concept as shown below. So this part means whenever I discuss the chapter 1, that there I told you that whenever in mathematics that place value, conception of the place value is very important. Most of the times we can use this concept and solve the problem. So here you see, for this big number, how you have to write the number in the decimal place. This is ones, tens, hundred, thousand, 10,000, lakhs, 10 lakh, crores, 10 crores. So these places, so you can understand that what system of numerals is it. It is a Hindu Arabic system or Indian system. So in this example, the 1 is in the place, one's place. So see the 1 is in which place? It is in one's place. So what will be the value? So its value is 1. But 2, you see here the 2 is in tens place. And what is the value? It is because the 2 is in tens place. So 2 multiplied by 10, its value would be 20. Now see the 3 is in 100 place. So what will be the value? Its value is 300, because 3 into 100. So that there was so that will be 300. As 8 is in the crores place, so its value will be 8 crores. And 9 is with 10 crore place, so its value will be 90 crore. So this we may recall that when we write number, the position or place of each digit is important. Means which position the number is it, and that what is the place. So these things is very important. So as we move towards the left in the place value chart, each position is 10 times bigger from ones to tens to hundreds and so on. So you see here, whenever we start from that extreme right and go to that left, so whenever we move from ones place to tens place, so we know that the tens place is 10 times bigger than the ones place, and 100 place is also the 10 times bigger than the tens place. Means actually it is whenever you go towards the left in the place value chart, each position is 10 times bigger from the previous place, or you can say from ones to tens to hundreds to thousand to 10,000 to lakhs to 10 lakh to crore to 10 crore. Okay. So as we move towards the right, each position is 10 times smaller than hundreds to tens. Means whenever we go this side, that time it will be 10 times bigger. But whenever you will go from that left to right, that time it will be that 10 times smaller from the hundreds to tens, tens to ones. So it will be actually 1 by 10 of the previous place value in the place value chart. What will happen if we continue moving towards the right even beyond ones? So up to this actually no problem, but if you continue moving towards the right even beyond ones, What is 10 times smaller than 1? What will be this? So yes, it will be 1 by 10th, because I told you just before that whenever we move towards the right, each position is 10 times smaller from the previous place value in the place value chart. So whenever you reach at one's place, and after you wants to move towards the right, so that will be the beyond of ones, and that what will be that it will be a 1 by 10th. So we can answer their can we once answer their questions. So how can we write the fraction 600th in some other way, as we write 600 as 600? Which picture can represent 5700? And what is 1/10 of the number 46? So these are the some questions. So to answer this question and many more similar types of questions, we need to learn about the decimal fraction. We can answer those questions whenever we learn decimal fraction. So what is the decimal fraction? So we now up to this actually we got that some conception about that decimal number system, and it is also called the base 10 ordinary system, and is the uses the 10 numerals. It starts from 0 to 9, and how to write the number in the place value chart, and how that position or place of each digit is important. And whenever you move towards the left in the place value chart, that position is 10 times bigger from the previous place value in the place value chart, and when we move towards the right, each position is 10 times smaller from that previous place value in the place value chart. So these are the important things whatever we got from the introduction part of this chapter. Now I want to start the decimal fractions. A decimal fraction is a fraction whose denominator is 10, 100 or 1000 and so on. Decimal fractions are commonly expressed without a denominator by intersecting a point dot, known as the decimal point. So what it is called? It is called decimal point, or you can say it is a decimal separator into the numerator at the position just after the ones place on its right side. For example, 8 by 10, 83 by 100 and 832 by 1000 and 8456 by 10,000 are expressed as 0.8, 0.83, 0.832 and 0.8456 respectively. So one things you see here, the decimal fraction are commonly expressed without a denominator by intersecting a point dot, and it is called the decimal point or decimal separator. And how it and into the numerator, the position should after one's place on its right side, it will be 10, 100, 1000, 10,000th. So how it will be expressed this number 0.8. So this is a decimal point, and this is the 8th, this is 83, 800 0.832 and 0.8456 respectively. So how you say these numbers? So you see here the decimal point. So suppose this example 125, so I'm writing here, so 125.34. so this place we know that this is a ones place, this is a tens place, and this is a 100 place. So this is a whole number, so that's already we learn from our previous chapter. But this after actually our question was that whenever you continue moving towards the right beyond the ones, so beyond the ones means this part is talking about. So you see here one thing. So what is 10 times smaller than ones? So you see here, so we know that this part is ones place, tens place and 100 place. But what about this? So this is actually 3 is in 10th place. and 4 is in 100 place. Okay, so you see here 125.34. So this is a decimal point. So this is a decimal point, and 3 is a tenth, and 4 is in hundredth place. So as in the whole number, a digit in a decimal number has a value which depends on a place of the digit. The places to the left of the decimal point are ones. So left means this side. So this side is left. So the places to the left of the decimal point are ones, tens, and hundred, and so on, just as a whole number. The following table shows the decimal place value names for various position. So you see here, so this number you see 1.23456 and you only have to write down the position of this underlined number. So you see the one, you see here the underline is under that one. So what position is this one? One is in one's position, so you write down one's position. But 2 is in 10th position, because in after the right side of the decimal point, it starts from 10th, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, and so on. So this 2 is in 10th position, and 3 is in 100 position, 4 is in 1000 position, 5 is in 10,000 position, and 6 is in 100,000 position, and 7 is in million position. So one thing I think all you have noticed one thing, that in this side means the left side of the decimal point, all the numbers whenever we read, so we can use that Indian numeral system, but in the right side of that decimal point we use that international system, because that million, billion, that terms we can use in the international system. Okay, so hope you understood that what is that, how that decimal fractions is little bit different of that normal fraction. Okay, so you see here that this 1 is in one's position because it acts as a whole number. So with that part we know already, but the challenging part is that, so after the right side of the decimal point, so it will be 10th, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, and million. So this would you have to remember, the left side of the decimal point we can use the Indian system or Hindu Arabic system, and the right side of the decimal point we can use that places of international system, international place value. Okay, chart. So now, so we may easily write decimal numbers in expanded form in the same manner as we write whole numbers in expanded form. For example, the number 321 and 7/10 can be written as, how is it? So 321 decimal point and 7. So you see how to express this number, or you have to express this number in expanded form. So for this you have to write the number like this way: 321 decimal point 7 it would be. So at first in the top you write down this ones, tens, and 100. So 3 is in 100 place, so 3 into 100, you give the bracket, put in that in a first bracket, and then 2 is in tens place, so 2 into 10, and 1 is in ones place. So like this way you do. So this part is done. So whatever we have to do the next part, so 7 is in 10th place, it would be 10th place, so it would be plus, so you have to put the plus sign and into 7 into 1 by 10, because the 10th, 100th, 1000, so we have to express like this way: 1 by 10, 1 by 100, 1 by 1000, 1 by 10,000, 1 by 100,000, so like this way. Okay, so now the second examples is 63 3.15. So here it is in 3 is in ones place and 6 is in tens place. And so at first we express this 63 at first. So 6 into 10 plus 3 into 1 plus, so 1 is in 10th place, so 1 into 1 by 10 plus, and 5 is in 100 place, so 5 into by 100. Okay, so like this way you have to write this decimal fraction in expanded form. So write the decimal number in expanded form in the same manner as we write the whole number in expanded form. So how to expand the whole number in expanded form, that you have learned. So this only we have to write after decimal point how to write the number. Okay, so suppose in the question, what type of question will come from this part? Suppose that this number is given, you have to write this number in expanded form. Or other ways, suppose that this is given, so suppose 3 into 100 plus 2 into 10 plus 1 into 1 plus 7 into 10. So this, if this way question will come, so how to write these things? 3, because 3 is in 100 place, 2 is in tens place, 1 is in 1 place point, because you see the after ones place the decimal point you have to put, and then it will start the decimal part. So it will be that 7 by 10, so it will be 7, because 7 is in 10th place, and after decimal point it starts from 10th, 100, 1000 and so on. Okay, so that you see here that one of that question is given, so 0.548, how to read the number? So it will be 548,000, because that this 8 is in 1000 place, so up to this number, up to is given, it is 1000, so we have to write this number. So 500, suppose this question is given and in asking about write the number in words, so how to write? So 548,000. Okay, so next is would be that 500. So it how to write? So it would be 500 and 48,000. Okay. So see shaded portion of the 10 by 10 grid, the right on the right. So see here, this is a square grid is given 10 by 10. So this side's 10 division are this side, and this side is also 10 division. So is represent the 4700. It can be read as 0 and 4700th, and in decimal number it can be written as 0.47. so 0 is in whole number part, so that's why it's given 0 and 4700th. So how to represent this way? So you have to convert. So this is a numeral, so number name is 0 and 4700, and this is a 0.47. so how to represent in geometrical shape? So this, you think this is a geometrical shape, how you represent? So for this is 0.47. so you have to write this number like this way, because it is 4700. So it would be 47 by 100. So out of 100, 47 are shaded. So you see here, so this side's 10 division, this side's 10 division. So if you count, so this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So that out of 100, 47 are shaded. So you count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 45, 46, 47, 40, 46, 47. Okay. So you see that out of 100, 47 are shaded. Okay. So up to this is 40, 10, 10, 10, 10, 4, 10, 20, 30, 40, 40, then 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Okay. So out of 100, 47 are shaded. Okay. Or otherwise you can write down like this way also. 0.47. So 4 is in tens place, so we can write down 4 into 1 by 10, and 7 is in 100 place, so 7 into 1 by 100. So you see if it is 4 by 10 plus 7 by 100. So if you find out, because there's two fraction, their denominator are not same, so you know that what you have to do. So this is the example of an unlike fraction. You have to convert into like fraction by finding out the LCM. So the 10 and 100, the LCM would be 100. So if whenever you have to convert that unlike to like fraction, then this that denominator 10 also you have to convert to 100. So if you multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number 10, then the denominator would be converted to 100. So it will be 10 into 100, it will be 100, and 4 into 10, it will be 40, plus 7 by 100. So that LCM would be 100, and it is for 40 plus 7, so that's why it will be 47 by 100. See, this is matched. So this way also if you want to, you can do, otherwise this way. Okay. So hope students you understood how to do this type of problem, solve this problem. Now is the next part is the whole number part and decimal part. Okay, so you see here 194.35. so this part is a whole number or integral part, and after decimal point or decimal separator, this number would be decimal part. So a decimal part is a tenth part, and decimal becomes a series of nested tenth. The whole number part, the integer part or integral part of a decimal number, is the part on the left of the decimal separator. The part from the decimal separator to the right is the fractional part. Okay. So this part is a fractional part, and this is the whole part, whole number part. Okay. So write the whole number part and the fractional part of the following decimal number. So the example, first example, it is given 23.65. So here is the whole number part would be 23 and fractional part would be 65 or 65 hundredth. So 65 by 100. Okay. So this is the fractional part. So 23 is the whole number part and 65 hundredth is the fractional part, or you can write down 65 by 100. And here you see there's 0.024. Here actually whole number part is 0 and fractional part is 24,000, or you can write down 24 by 1000. Okay. So now is the leading zero. So it is usual for a decimal number whose value is less than 1 to have a leading zero, as we write 0.47 for 4700th part of a whole. So you see here, so you have to check, means the leading zero actually that those number only that which starts from, means in their whole number part 0, or it starts from 0, means that 0.47 is a leading zero because it starts from 0, and that here is the example 0.024. this is also that leading zero number, leading zero. But 23.65, it is not a leading zero because it's not start with 0, because you see here it is usual for a decimal number whose value is less than 1. So 0.47 is less than 1, or to have a leading zero, as we write 0.47 or 4700th part of a whole. Okay, so now is the equivalent decimal. So by using the same sized squares divided into 10 strips and 10 hundred squares, we can see the equivalence of various decimal fractions. So adding extra zeros to the right of the last decimal digit does not change the value of the decimal number. From the above two pictures, we may note that 0.6. So you see here 0.6. So out of 10, the 6 are shaded. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So out of 10, 6 are shaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in this picture, you see here out of 100, 60 are shaded because it is 60 hundredth and this is 6 tenth. So how to make them equivalent? Okay, so putting zeros at the, because they are both are the actually you see that both are the same size square, but divided into, one is divided into 10 strips and another one divided into 100 squares. Okay, here this is a 100 square and this is a 10 strips divided into. So putting zeros at the end of a decimal number makes no difference in its meaning. So if you put that zero the end of the decimal number, so the 0.6, if you, here I am writing 0.6 and the another one 0.60, so this is actually 6 tenths. So this is actually the part of the squares which is the which is divided into 10 strips, and this is also the same sized square, and but it is divided into 100 square. So in this case, so 0.6, whenever you are up to equivalent to 0.60, so you, for this you have to add zeros. But why you have to put zeros? So putting zeros at the end of the decimal, so end of the decimal means here, so if you put zeros here, so it means it makes no difference in its meaning. So for example, the next example is 0.080 and another one 0.08. So if whenever you put 0 here, so this will be equal. But here you see that one is the 0.08 and another is 0.08. So if you put so after decimal point here have three number, and after decimal point here have two numbers. So if you put 1 0 here, so now it is equal. So here also 3, here also 3, so it will be now equal. So for this case you have to know, whenever you make the equivalent decimals, you have to know that where you have to put zeros. So putting zeros at the end of a decimal number makes no difference in its meaning. Okay, so that 0.080 or 0.08 are numerically equal, since the value of the last 0 is 0,000 and which is equal to 0. Means 0 by 1000 it will also be 0. So we call them equivalent decimal. So here also you see the write three equivalent decimals of the following fraction. So first one is the 0.6. So how to make the next three equivalent decimal? So the first one is given 0.6, so the next one would be 0.60, then 0.600, then next one would be 0.6000. So like this way. And again I am taking the next example 3.05. So the next equivalent decimal would be 3.050. The next one is 3.0500. The next one is with 3.05000. Okay, so this way you have to write the three equivalent decimal of the following fraction. Okay, so next part is that like and unlike fraction. So like and unlike fraction already we know, but here actually we will learn the like and unlike decimals. So in decimals, fractions having equal number of digits on the right side of the decimal point, okay, are known as the like decimals. And for example, you see here 3.8, 12.4 and 786.1. So these points are actually called the decimal point or decimal separator. So you see here the right side of the decimal point, so right side means this side, have is this all those decimal numbers that have that this decimal fraction having the equal number of digits on the right side of the decimal point. So if you take the first decimal fraction, here have the after decimal point there have a one digit, Here also one digit and here also one digit. So equal number of digits on the right side of the decimal point. That's why these are the called decimal-like decimals. Now is that question is the unlike decimal, the decimal fractions having unequal number of digits on the right side of the decimal point are known as unlike decimals. 7.8, 52.04 and 306.100 are unlike decimals. Changing unlike decimal fractions to like decimal fraction. In previous chapter we have learned the technique of converting unlike fractions to like fraction. In this chapter we shall discuss about changing unlike to like decimal fractions. We can change unlike decimal fractions to like decimal fractions by adding as many zeros as required. Let us consider the following decimal fractions. So you see here 4.3, 28.14 and 37.195. So each of that in this case you see here that if you consider the three decimal fractions that have that unequal numbers in that unequal the number of digits on the right side of the decimal point. But so this is the example of an unlike decimal fraction. So how you have to convert the like decimal fraction? So in this case you have to use the concept of the equivalent decimal. So equivalent decimal, I am telling you that putting the zeros at the end of the decimal number, and that makes no difference in its meaning. So that's why if you write that 4.3, 28.14 and 37.195, so how we will make it? So this is example of an unlike decimal. So this is the example of a unlike decimal, unlike decimal fraction. So whenever you have to convert, so from like to like, so you have to convert, means unlike fraction that's actually having that unequal numbers of digits on the right side of the decimal point. So we have to make it equal number of digits on the right side of the decimal points, then it would be converted to like decimal. So 4.300, 28.140 and 37.195. So now you check that is all these three decimal fraction that that having the equal number of digits. So here have three number, here have three, here have three. So having equal number of digits on the right side of the decimal point. So it is the example of a like decimal fraction. Okay, hope you understood how to convert that unlike decimal fraction to like decimal fraction, and how to convert that, how to identify the like and unlike decimals. So this is actually same types of things, but it is very more easier than the previous one, because in previous you have to find out the LCM, then you have to convert that same denominator. So all those things you have to do, and so many multiplication and addition. But here it is very easy to convert the like fraction to unlike decimal fraction to like decimal fraction, and how to convert the equivalent decimal. So this is very easy. You please practice it, and hope you understand. You please see the video properly. And last part of this chapter, so you see that how already I told this part, that 4.0300, 28.140 and 37.195. So now it is a, these three decimal fraction are like decimal fraction, because they having the equal number of digits on the right side of the decimal point. Now is the next part is the expressing a fraction in decimal form. Any fraction with a denominator whose only prime factors are 2 and 5 or other of any two may be precisely expressed as a decimal fraction by writing the equivalent fraction with base 10, 100 and 1000. Okay. So now you 1 by 2. So if you convert this denominator into 10, 100 or 1000, then it will, you have to write this number in decimal. It's very easy way. So for this case, you 1 by 2, you, how it is, multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number 5. So now it is 5 by 10, so it is a tenth. So 5 tenth, which can be written as 0.5. Or here have 20, so again you have to multiply the numerator and denominator by 5. That that denominator would convert it to 100. So 5 by 100, it will be 500 or 0.05. Here it is 1 by 5. So if you multiply the numerator denominator by 2, there will be 2 by 10, so it will be 0.2. And 1 by 50, if you multiply the numerator denominator by the same number 2, then it will be 2 by 100, so 0.02. Okay, so this is the expressing a fraction in decimal form. So student, you please do that problem set 4a, question answer, and I'm giving that how to solve this type of problem in I'm this given in the study material. You please follow that one, and in my next video I will discuss the next part of this chapter. Hope you understand. Bye, take care, have a good day.